for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Rappers acting, say they high, say they simple pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up, had to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in the field. That's for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Took the way you saw the world, then distorted it. Now you think you wanna rock that twirl somewhere orbiting. Theories disproportionate, the truth distorted quick with a forceful grip. They force a misinfo that we absorbing quick. Took the people's signature, that mean extorted it. They forging it, if news anchors informant to informing them. There's a surplus, but they tell us there are shortages. Credit economy mortgages, dollar that's supported with empty fortresses. But what's important is this, we courting ships important gifts. Of course it is, but extortion is in accordance with an assortment list of foreign tricks we ignoring, which informing this, informant this. It looked like we were snoring tricked. Pedophilia and the government endorsing it. Yeah, eugenics is exactly what abortion is. You just vilify those insubordinate. Way to matrix engineer, that's unfortunate. Geopolitically we in a field. That's for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Rappers actors say they high, say they simple pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up just to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in a field. That's for Israel. Wonder, is it real?
In a world where we change the scene real fast, so hopefully the quality is a little better this time. But yeah, so I see a bunch of people apparently didn't know that I've been making content like this whole time. So just so you know, we've been making streams since your boy got out. So in case you're wondering, Glowbusters Activism on YouTube. Here are the most recent streams. So yeah, how's everybody doing? So as you can tell, I'm gonna try not to like get really loud because we're like in a park, an RV park. What up, everybody? Yeah, lust of the flesh. So we're gonna get into it. This is gonna be a pretty intense stream in the sense that I'm gonna kind of open up a bit about my past life, but I think it'll benefit some people. Hopefully the sounds good. I'm gonna turn the mic up so it'll pick me up. But yeah, so the first thing that comes to mind when you hear lust of the flesh is, of course, like sensual lust, and that's the part that I'm gonna open up about because I know a lot of younger men watch my stream, and it's certainly not just applicable to younger men. But honestly, I already feel uncomfortable talking about this, but it is what it is. We'll get into it in a second. So Let's read this real fast. Galatians chapter 5:16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Okay, this is important here. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. I have real trouble with this word coming up. Adultery, fornication, uncleanness. I think it's lasciviousness. I really don't know. Which is, it's about like sexual vulgarity and depravity, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in the time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yah. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Yahshua's have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. Okay, so is like talking dirty. Yeah, I think it's just like anything to do with like sensual depravity, but I could be wrong. So the part here that is obviously the overarching theme, lasciviousness, whatever, man. Whoever came up with that word is lame in the English. So the point here is that in order to overcome these things, you have to walk in the flesh. This is a big issue here, right? Because like in order to fully understand the scriptures, you're going to have to do that in the spirit. And a lot of people are trying to understand the scriptures, understand the creator and the magnitude of the creator with their carnal mind alone. This stems from arrogance and pride, but oftentimes this is built as in a defense mechanism because of some type of personal turmoil, something that people are going through. So, you really gotta be patient with people, man. Like, you don't know what people have been through, and oftentimes it may appear to the outside mind that we may have had a bit of an easier route. Honestly, I've been through some pretty crazy stuff. It didn't really have that effect on me, but everyone's different, and I'm sure people have been through much crazier things. So anyway, we're gonna start with the first thing that pops in the head, right? Like sensual immorality, depravity, but like fornication. So basically, one of my main vices was like just hooking up randomly, right? Randomly hooking up with females. And so I'm going to be bluntly honest about this because I know a lot of people need to hear it. We live in a world that basically glorifies the ability to do this. If you're able to coax women into having sex with you, and it's considered a positive, it's like, you got some type of juice. It's like props to you. And like I said, I'm not proud of any of the things that we're about to discuss, but I just like to be transparently honest. So I think it'll help some people out. Many of you, like as wild as this may be, wish that you could do that or are striving to be able to do that. This is because you're actually looking for confirmation of oneself from the world. Bro, check it out, man. The world's stupid, and if there's ever been a time more obvious than now that that's the case, I'd be pretty surprised. I mean, there's nothing new under the sun, and it's only going to get worse. But the world is stupid. The people in the world are stupid, right? So be in the world, but not of it. We got people running around depriving themselves of oxygen, just blindly obeying totalitarian measurements. So I don't know. You tell me why you would want to have, a stamp of approval from them as if it were of value. It's just a clown world. So, and I'll be honest, that's half the reason that I did it. Half the reason I did it was I would get basically propped up for being able to do it. And I thought, I like my pride, like actually like equated that with being cool, basically. As weak as that is, like honestly, and this may be counterintuitive to some of you, that's just like a gamma male tendency, man. Like that was extremely gamma of me. Okay. And so the truth is, what's what's a marker of being a strong man is not that, right? It's actually being able to put the ability to do that aside and not do it, to overcome it. So I'm not gonna get too specific or anything like that. For one, I just really don't want to, and honestly, I don't think that it's gonna be of much benefit. But I will say, for example, like I said, I'm not proud of this, but hooking up with more than one female, like even in the same day, like just randomly hooking up with females, um, sometimes like forgetting their names, so not knowing them, but for one day, bragging about it, looking at them as nothing more than a sexual object, and the truth is, um, it's really sad what that does to them also. But I will let you know, just in case. I know, like I said, I have younger men that watch this channel also. Bro, like, it doesn't come without any harm to yourself either. So you're not just causing harm to them, you're causing harm to yourself. See, this is just another proof that the scriptures are always right and always knows what it's talking about. So basically what effectively happened was I just became desensitized. Okay, so like literally desensitized. Um, I would, let's say, be with a female that was way out of my league, and like, this is so bad, but I would just be like, okay, so, when are you leaving? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be rude or say that, but that's just how I felt. And I was just desensitized, and I felt like it all didn't matter. I didn't care about it. I was just going through the motions. I used to watch a lot of pornography. And so that, I'm just letting you guys know it has a spiritual aspect to it, and there's a spiritual residue when you do this. And this goes for females too, of course. So, like, if you're just running around drowning in like sensual lust, it's having a real spiritual impact on you. So, I am, glad to be able to say that I haven't even had sex in like 2.5 years, which is pretty wild from my perspective. And I don't watch pornography and I don't masturbate. And so if I can do that, I know for a fact that you can do that. So there's no excuses. You have no excuses, right? Because I lived it. I know for a fact that you can do it. And this is the part. Austin didn't do that. Austin's fleshly body didn't do that, bro. That's the last thing that my body would have ever done or been able to do, because my flesh doesn't care. I love women. I'm like, like, it just was. That's not what happened. It wasn't me that did it. This required like diligence and discipline from me, but it was only with the aid of the Spirit. And I did this in the Spirit. And so that's the whole point that I'm trying to get across to you. If I had not have swallowed my pride and finally gotten right with the Creator, I would not have been able to do this. Now, I know that many people that need to get right with the Creator, maybe they're married, they don't really have to worry about is specifically what I just explained to you guys. But I know a lot of you guys do, and I'm not gonna harp on this any more than this, but I just want you to know, like, maybe I'm like having to, deal with consequences from that. I would love nothing more than like have a wife and children, and maybe I have to sit down and time out practically because of how I was. And in addition to that, like I was called out into the world, and so right now it's not my path, and that's a big part of walking in the Spirit, is truly following what you're supposed to do and what you're called to do, and not what you want to do. The only way you can overcome these things is in the Spirit. Like, Sure, you can use your carnal mind to stop watching porn, but you're going to replace it with something else, with some other type of addiction. And yeah, porn's a big one. Um, Porn is a weapon, bro. It's a weapon, and it's desensitizing you from what's supposed to be like one of the most precious gifts you were given. A bond between a male and a female, that's specifically like a man and his wife. And I'm not going to get into like the fact that scriptures literally don't. I'm not even going to talk about it right now. It doesn't matter. But um, the point is, like, that's a special thing, okay? And uh, the opposition to Yah loves nothing more than to get us to throw it away, because it's one of these things that we were given as to be very special. So, let me give you an example. If you don't replace it, it's impossible to beat it. Yeah, if you don't replace it, it's impossible to beat it. That's actually a very good point, right? And this is why, you have to replace it in the spirit. You have to replace this in the spirit. It's like if you have all of these carnal confusions and misunderstandings and question marks about the scriptures, honestly, that's probably just means you're being intellectually honest, but you're just lacking the entire other part of the equation, which is the discernment and wisdom and understanding that comes in the spirit. And like, I get it. A lot of people think that you sound crazy when you say this. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, bro. You're just using your carnal, fleshly mind. You're not going to understand it, bro. Like, I'm going to mathematically dissect the scriptures. And ironically, it is beautifully crafted in every aspect of life. It's the most scientifically viable text. It's the most historically viable text, but it is obviously the most metaphysically viable text. More so important. Replace it with the word, read, and pray always. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I don't want to get too much into that. There you go. I mean, I feel like that's enough for you to understand. Like, look, guys, I get it. I've been there. I've got the t-shirt, bro. It's not cool. It is actually terrible. It sucks, okay? Like, it desensitizes you. It makes you not appreciate exactly what it is that is. Like, the world will prop you up. Anytime that clown world props you up, you should rest assured that means that it's stupid, okay? Bragging about being with women is so incredibly stupid. And I'll be honestly, I never even did that. I never did that. I just thought that was stupid. I've never understood that. But just in general, like, that's what a bunch of gamma males think it's cool to do now. Like, see how many women they can hook up with and brag about it. And this goes the same for women. And, if you try to fill this void that's in you with materialistic things, fleshly things, intellectual things, you're never going to fill it, bro. You can watch every porn in the world. Like, this is a big boy stream. Okay. But, like, it got so bad. Like, back in the day when I would watch porn, I'd have to watch all kinds of porn, and I'm just like, this is stupid, this is boring. Like, I was so desensitized to the fleshly desires. There is no satisfying your flesh, bro. It's impossible. I promise. Why do you think that people that do drugs, they just have to keep doing more and more drugs? Why do you think people that have a problem with alcohol, they just have to consistently drink all the time? Just all the time. They're just drinking, 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 drinking. You cannot satisfy the flesh. Your flesh is stupid. The world is stupid. So the world has appealed to your flesh intrinsically. You're going to have to understand, bro. You can't do this on your own, bro. You can't do it on your own. You have to align your spirit with Yah's spirit, with the spirit of the Father, right? You're going to have to get in His will. That means you're going to have to put yours aside. So, if you try to do this on your own accord, you're just going to replace it with other detrimental behaviors and habits. The flesh is a test. Yeah, literally. There's an open book test that you're going through, though. And my boy Vader Bear was dropping some gravy on me. We were talking on the phone earlier. And it's like, the idea of, basically your judgment day, which is a singular judgment day. There's a singular resurrection day, a singular judgment day. And it's like, oh, so do you get like shown a movie? It's like everyone just stands in line and gets shown their movie, like, this is your life. But basically, if you look at it from the perspective that your entire life is in fact you giving your testimony, right? Like, your entire testimony is your life, your progression, your growth, your honesty within, right? So this whole idea that you can just fake it at the end, last minute if you think you're about to die is pretty preposterous. There is no faking it in the spirit. That's what in the spirit is, right? It's the sincerity that cannot be faked. So whenever I step out in faith to go around the country, like, you can try to fake that, but you won't be successful. Like, are you really stepping out in faith? Do you really have that faith? Like, we must walk in the spirit, man. So that's my whole point. If you think that you're going to, if the way you're looking at it, and I know many people that need to hear this probably watch the stream, this is how they look at it. If you think like, I'm not going to walk out in faith, I'm not going to step out in faith, I'm not going to in any way try to apply walking in the spirit until I can fully intellectually convince myself that this is the 100% the right way. You're not going to figure it out, bro. This is a blunt hard truth you need to realize. Then you're going to miss the mark, bro. That's what sin means. That's the etymology. You're going to miss the mark, okay? Because you can't fully understand the scriptures with the carnal mind. You can't fully understand the spiritual magnitude of this entire thing with the carnal mind. You cannot. You cannot fully overcome these fleshly desires of the carnal mind. You can maybe pretend that you quit doing certain things. You can pretend that you've reined it in and controlled it to talk to other people. But if that's not true, there is no hiding this in the eyes of the Creator, right? And like, look, man, we serve an amazing Creator, man. Like, he's incredibly merciful, and he's all-knowing, and he understands the struggle. He understands the fleshly struggle ever since the fall, bro. But like, he needs you to be real. He needs you to be real. So you need to really take these characteristics in here, and then you need to figure out, which category are you typically falling under. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying I'm perfect, bro. But if you had told me 3 years ago I'd go almost 3 years without having sex, I would have laughed in your face, bro. Okay? I wouldn't have even considered it feasible. And you had been like, Austin, you're going to stop having sex. Oh, and you're going to stop watching porn and masturbating. I would have thought you were crazy. I'm not trying to be too vulgar. I'm just, you guys need to realize, women, the females in here need to understand this too. Like, let's not just, this is the big boy stream. Okay. This is the big kid stream. Okay. We know that you masturbate too. We know that you struggle with lust too. And certainly in modern society, you think about sex just as much as men do. You need to get a hold of yourself, right? And that's just the case. But in my opinion, men have much more responsibility. They have much more responsibility. So we need strong men to guide the women. And that's just the truth. So we need to figure out where we are on this list. Like, if you're being honest, right? Like, we have to be honest here. And then we're going to get into some other stuff in the modern world that's clearly just ridiculous, and we'll drop a little gravy for you. And yeah. So this I say, then walk in the spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to the one and to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would. You understand that these are contrary the one to the other, bro. Like, you're trying to understand the scriptures with the fleshly carnal mind. You're literally not going to be able to do it. Literally. Okay? Like, you're trying to overcome sexual lust with the carnal mind. You can't do it. You can't do it. Like, you can like, oh, I'll try and use my testosterone a different way. I'll do a bunch of push-ups. Sure, that may help you, like, replace it, work on it, but you need the backing, the spiritual backing of walking in the spirit and not the carnal mind. Okay? So, adultery, fornication, uncleanness, the word I'm not going to try to say again, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, that's a big one, bro. That's a big one. Like, even the one that I struggle with here is like the elite, right? But I don't hate them. I've finally grown enough to where I actually sympathize with them. I feel bad for them. Variants of emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envying. Like, are you envying after other people, bro? Murderers, drunkenness, dude, right? Revelings and such like, of which I tell you before, as I've also told you in the time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God, bro. If you have chosen to continuously live within any of these sectors as if it doesn't matter and you're good to go, you need to pump the brakes, bro. Now, can you honestly say this? And don't even tell me in the chat that you can't. No one cares, bro. Like, this is about you being real. Can you really say that you can exhibit these things here? That you fall more in line with this? Because this is the fruit of the Spirit, bro. And if you're not operating within the Spirit, according to like the will of the Father, you're not fully doing it. It doesn't really matter what you say. Love, joy, peace, long suffering. This is a big one for me, right? Like I'll just be honest. Like I at times I'll find myself like being a little baby. Like whenever I got locked up, I'm like, why am I locked up? Like I'm trying to change my life. Why am I here? Like, oh, why am I in trouble? This isn't fair. I didn't even want that. I didn't want to be around it. Like, oh, like, look, man, to whom much is given, much is expected. And as you grow, you're going to be given more responsibility. You're going to actually have to go through trials and tribulations. Like, that's what's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, then something's not right here, bro. Okay? And my boy Frank's brother, he gave me a nice little metaphor here. So you're like a diamond, and pressure makes diamonds, but then you got to get cut in all these different angles, right? And so it's like we're being drawn back. This diamond's being put in basically a slingshot, and we're getting drawn back, right? Like we're getting drawn back, up, going back further. It's so that when he lets go of you, right, that diamond can really go out and hit its target that it needs to hit. You're going to have to be cut. It's just like the tree that grows more fruit and better fruit when you cut off the limbs that are just draining nutrients from the tree but not bearing fruit. You have to grow. If you think you're just good to go, you got it where you're at, you're wrong. No matter how you try to paint it, you can't be right, because that is not the truth. You never have it there. You're never there. You're never there. So that's really if you're being honest with yourself, that'll tell you everything you need to know right now. Like, you're wrong if you think you got it all figured out. That's the whole new age, modern like interpretation of the Creator, of God. It's like, I'm a good guy. I know I'm a moral person. Me. I'm good to go. I don't steal. I don't cheat. Which I don't lie. Which I think you do lie. You're lying right now about this. So like, you have to constantly grow. You have to. That's the whole thing. It's like, it's actually beautiful. It's beautiful. It's in fact beautiful in its simplicity, right? Like, you're good to go. You actually are good to go. Even if you're, okay, say there's a spectrum, okay? And say, I'll use myself, okay? I'll use myself for example. I was good to go 3 years ago when I actually chose to humble myself, heed the warning, I sought him out, and I found it. Because if you seek it, you will find it, right? And I chose to start living for the Creator, right? I was good to go right there. But I've grown a ton since then, and I'm good to go as long as I continue to persevere till the end and grow and stay humble and like continue to work on the things being revealed to me now and continue to perform circumcision of the heart and increase in wisdom and discernment, swallow my pride and ego when I was wrong about something, when I still need to work on something, whenever I'm being revealed like, oh, you thought you got it all figured out because now you haven't had sex for like 2.5, 3 years, like you don't watch porn anymore. Well, why are you checking her out, bro? Like, you just checked her out for so long. Like, what are you doing? Why are you checking her for like three straight seconds or something, right? Like, you still got to grow. You got to always continue to grow. And it's actually a double-edged sword, right? Because the more you grow, the harder the things become that you have to cut out. Like, the harder those things are to cut out. To think that you got it all figured out because you got a homestead and you grow a bunch of food, you don't. And you got it all figured out because now you don't run around just banging a whole bunch of women, like, you don't. Like, you have to continue to grow, right? Like, I still slip up and cuss. I don't think I'm supposed to be cussing, man. That's not a good representation of our Father. We're supposed to be going out and doing our Father's work. So, like, I don't cuss a lot, not as much as I used to, certainly, right? But like, I still slip up and cuss. He who does not bridle with tongue, his religion is vain. Religion in the scriptural sense is like, taking care of the widows and the orphans and sacrificing the flesh, simply, and putting others before yourself, and putting the will of the Father above yourself. Now, religion has a man-made doctrine, which is the modern definition of religion. So I just hope you guys are kind of figuring out what I'm trying to say here. Like, I want you to realize these men that claim that they have it all figured out, they do not. These doctrines of men that tell you that they have it all figured out, no, they don't. And if you saw last night's stream, or maybe a couple nights ago, I showed you some creepy little dude, some little gamma wearing a dress, acting like he had it all figured out. And all I had to do was ask him one question. He didn't know the answer. He doesn't have it all figured out. He doesn't understand the scriptures at all, because he's using his carnal mind, living within a facade to pretend that he believes in something that he does not believe in, does not truly have faith, so that he can make money, have notoriety, whatever it is. Okay? If you think that you are a God, you get to make up your own rules, or that you'll be good to go because overall you have pretty good intentions, but you don't have to grow and work on things, you're good to go. And, oh, I do this and I'm going to get drunk until I die. I'm going to do drugs until I die. I'm going to sleep around until I die. You're missing the mark, bro. You're missing the mark. It is in no way about being perfect. And I get it. Like, a lot of these Christians, they run around with like this false, like this little cookie cutter picture they try to portray to everyone as if they've got it all figured out and they made it. No, it says work out your salvation with fear and trembling and persevere till the end. That's what it says. You must constantly grow, right? And be honest and humble yourself. But all you have to do is want to find it. Want to find it, seek it, and you will find it. And he wants you to like assert that. He wants you to be like, reveal to me that you're my Father. Reveal to me that that's the truth. But he knows if you're telling the truth. This is why you need to get by yourself when you do it. You don't need to be with someone else, whether that's a significant other or a family member or a friend. You need to get by yourself, bro, because your carnal mind is so weak that it will not be genuine if you're around other people most of the time. Most people are not in any way spiritually strong enough to do that at the beginning. It just isn't the way it is. Get by yourself. Ask the Father to reveal himself to you. He did it to me, bro. I'm not just sitting here lying to you, bro. I don't take all these bullets even within the truth community itself as if I'm some crazy, stupid, religious nutcase now. All he does is talk about the Bible all the time. I don't do that just for no reason, bro. Like, I know it's true because he revealed it to me, and he revealed it to many other people in the chat, and he will reveal it to you. You got to get right, bro. And it just requires humility and growing and walking in the Spirit, detaching from the carnal mind. That means detaching from that pride and ego you've put up as a defense mechanism because you have some type of turmoil that you're vocalizing and verbalizing, while you then try to, basically turn it around as if it's the Creator's fault or something. And I get it, bro. I used to do the same thing, but you got to walk in the Spirit. And if you don't know by now that you're going to have something else other than yourself and the food you grow in your backyard to survive in the coming season, then I don't know where you've been. Are you going to be able to actually like leave everything you've built behind and walk in the Spirit and walk in the faith? Are you going to be able to do that? Are you going to be able to stare into the face of decapitation and keep it pushing, bro, and just let them do it if you have to? Are you really going to be able to do that? Are you going to be able to actually get sick and everyone actually gets sick this time around you, and then they offer you something that's supposedly going to cure it and you're going to turn it down? Are you going to be able to look into the face of starving to death and having no money and, accepting that and walking in faith in the Spirit towards that potential outcome over taking like a Jubilees for the new system where it's backed by gold and silver? Are you going to be able to look into the face of imminent death and choose that over the sales pitch of immortality, where they say they've reversed cell degradation? Guys, I don't think you really realize what we're facing. I'm not out here for no reason. He's not giving a lot of us dreams about the end for no reason. A lot of my friends are getting dreams about the end, bro. A lot of my friends, like around my age, have been getting dreams about the end their whole life. We're getting dreams about the end, bro. You need to heed the message. He's showing us that we're in the season of the end. It's time to get right. It's time to stop playing games. It's time to stop depending on the carnal mind. You want to create this mastermind plan where you're going to beat the system. You've lost your mind, bro. And if you're scared right now, it's because you're not walking in the spirit, and it's okay. It is of no fault of your own, because if you are listening to these words and interpreting them strictly with the carnal mind, you're going to be scared. Wait till it really happens, bro. We don't sugarcoat it for you on this channel. That's not my style, bro. If you want the cookie cutter, everything's going to be okay. Do what you want to. Peace and prosperity. Nothing's wrong. Nothing happens. Everyone loves the believers in the end, and they get taken away in this magical last minute, rescue mission. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, bro. You're going to need something much more than the fact that you found out that the earth doesn't defy physics. In a world where Austin's quality is going out, the fact that you know that the earth doesn't defy physics is not going to save you, bro. The fact that you know poisonous chemicals being put into your body is bad for you is not going to save you, bro. So I'll get off my preaching tip, man, but I want you guys to, hopefully you can feel how sincere this is, because it's very important. It's very important that you heed the message. Think about how ridiculous and stupid you're going to feel when you see Yahshua come back and you denied him because you went and told too many people on YouTube that you didn't think he was real for a couple years. You're going to feel really stupid. You're really going to regret that. I used to go around all over the place saying that religion was stupid. And I still say religion's stupid. But I included the scriptures in that. The true scriptures, not the doctrine of men. Right? Now I'm out here telling everyone about it. Oh, you think it's tough being a flat earther? Try actually representing the true scriptures while you're being a flat earther. Like the truth about the scriptures. Because then the people that claim to believe in the scriptures, they turn on you. The flat earthers, they turn on you. And the entire world's already turned on you. It doesn't matter. Are you strong or are you weak? Get up. Get up on your feet and start walking in faith. There you go. So the lust of the flesh is what's going to get us, bro. Right? Not us, but it's going to get people. It's going to get a vast majority of the people. Like, yeah, you're going to be able to tap into this augmented reality where you don't age anymore and you can basically have sex with like supermodels, and it's going to appear to really, you're going to have an experience where you really think it's like legitimately a real thing. Okay? Like they're going to appeal to the lust of the flesh times a billion, something you can't even imagine. And people are sunken in depravity with Pornhub. Imagine whenever you can tap into this. Imagine whenever you don't age anymore. Right? And I'm just telling you guys that if I could overcome the lust of the flesh, specifically to the sexual immorality, if I could do that, you can do it. Okay? So the men that need to hear that, if I can do it, you can do it. For the women, you need to pray and be honest and humble, and accept a Yah-fearing husband that's put in your life. And you need to stop going around and giving what's special to everybody else, because you gotta overcome it, man. So, all right, there you go. Yeah, that's right. This is the real church, bro. Where we talk amongst each other and we don't sugarcoat it. Amen, my brother. Amen. God bless you, Austin. Thank you. Much love. All right, so what we're going to do is transhumanism is trying to replace Yah with your own ego. Yeah, that's correct. With your own ego and your own imagination built upon the foundation of your pride. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Austin, you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. There's no way this is going to happen. There's no way. Cool story, bro.
Amazon is rolling out palm scanners at one of its Whole Foods stores in Seattle. The technology, called Amazon One, allows shoppers to pay for their purchases by holding their hands above a scanner. Before you can use it, you have to give the company your credit card information and palm print. Amazon has been testing the system at its Amazon Go and Amazon Go grocery stores. The company plans to bring it to 8 Seattle area Whole Food stores in the coming months.
All right, we're gonna watch it again just in case you're not really watching it.
Amazon is rolling out palm scanners at one of its Whole Food stores in Seattle. The technology, called Amazon One, allows shoppers to pay for their purchases by holding their hands above a scanner. Before you can use it, you have to give the company your credit card information and palm print. Amazon has been testing the system at its Amazon Go and Amazon Go grocery stores. The company plans to bring it to 8 Seattle area Whole Food stores in the coming months.
Okay, it's just a coincidence, guys. Just a coincidence. Nothing to see here. So let me guess. Right hand. Oh yeah, it's gonna be in the right hand, guaranteed. Dude, I got a confirmation today. We're being conditioned for the mark of the beast, as if the Spirit hasn't already revealed this to us that are already in the Spirit and actually want to know the truth and try to follow the Father's will, and have humbled ourselves at least enough to accept the fact that you're not a God, and that the Father's real, the Messiah was real and is real. Right? We've known this. Many people that are like not in his will at all and don't walk by the Spirit at all or faith at all and fully the carnal mind, they're like, this is getting really weird. It's getting really weird. But you found a way to justify it. They just wrote the Revelation script, so when they try to roll out the New World Order, it would look like a fulfillment. And then you've convinced yourself that somehow that isn't one of the stupidest theories ever, because the story tells you to buck the system until the end, even if they decapitate you, bro. So that doesn't work. They want to take everyone over. They want everyone to comply. Why would they want to fulfill a script falsely that tells you to buck the system? Oh, because those are the people that were already waking up. No, it's not. No, it's not. Dude, do you know how many people are just now having to swallow these hard truths that they've ignored for years and years and years from older generations that walk in the Spirit and having them revealed to them? Right? You're just grasping at straws. You sound like a glober. Let me guess. Level means curved. That's what you sound like to me. I'm just being real with you. You need to stop. You need to suck it up. Stop using your carnal mind. Your carnal mind's dumb. I don't care if you have 160 IQ. Your carnal mind is dumb, bro. Objectively. In the grand scheme of the metaphysical truth, your carnal mind is laughably incompetent. All right. Let's see what else we got for you here. Well, but there's no way when it tells you that everyone will converge on the believer and then you'll be decapitated. That's an archaic, inhumane thing. They'll never do that. This is from 5 years ago, but this exact same thing, and obviously a much more modern video, was being rolled out all over the internet, and I wasn't able to find it on YouTube. I saw it on like Instagram, or someone sent it to me on Instagram, I think, or World Star Hip Hop. I don't remember where it was. Don't really care. But it's being like rolled out in Texas as a humane way of capital punishment. You can't make this stuff up.
That quickly and humanely rips off the heads of death row.
Like, what?
Facing mounting criticism that lethal injection is cruel and outdated, Ohio has replaced it with a system that quickly and humanely rips off the heads of death row inmates using powerful robotic arms. The new device is designed to be as humane as possible, emitting soothing white noise and putting prisoners on a cushioned seat.
Oh, someone. So, okay, someone said this is the Onion. It's like the Grappler episode. Yeah, I get it. But I saw this same technology about Texas with a different video. I don't know. I can't tell you for sure, but I'm telling you that I saw a different video from Texas. But actually, I'm not gonna show it. Actually, we'll just watch it because it's funny anyway. But good luck, Vader Bear. Quick on the draw, man. Quick on the draw. I saw a video about Texas. I can't find it on YouTube anywhere. Like, I can't find it. But my homie showed it. So, like, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like someone re-rolled it and just put Texas there. I don't know. I am glad that I saw that in the chat really fast. So that's a good look. We're still gonna watch it.
Facing mounting criticism that lethal injection is cruel and outdated, Ohio has replaced it with a system that quickly and humanely rips off the heads of death row inmates using powerful robotic arms. The new device is designed to be as humane as possible, emitting soothing white noise and putting prisoners on a cushioned seat before its metallic talons dig into their necks and painlessly wrench their heads off. Ohio Department of Corrections Director Gary Moore praised the machine, saying, quote, "Our new..."
What is going on? Oh, it's not showing it. I don't know. Oh, here we go. All right, dude, we're gonna watch it for like the third time. Sorry, I'm sorry. This does seem kind of, yeah, this does seem kind of like ridiculous.
Injection is cruel and outdated. Ohio has replaced it with a system that quickly and humanely rips off the heads of death row inmates using powerful robotic arms. The new device is designed to be as humane as possible, emitting soothing white noise and putting prisoners on a cushioned seat before its metallic talons dig into their necks and painlessly wrench their heads off. Ohio Department of Corrections Director Gary Moore praised the machine, saying, quote, "Our new system is a hallmark of compassion. Now these deaths will be pain-free because the machine's claws are coated with topical anesthetic." Quickly pulling off a prisoner's head is considered less cruel than lethal injection, which requires 3 separate chemicals to...
All right, I don't know. That's stupid. I didn't. I didn't actually listen to that video. If I had to listen to the commentation, I would have known that was clearly a joke. But I will tell you guys that I saw another video, and it wasn't like Babylonian B is doing satire, better satire. Yeah, like I watched another video, but I can't really verify it because I haven't been able to find it, so maybe it is a joke. But what I will say is maybe that brings some needed humor to the conversation that we're about to have, which is that you get decapitated in the end. You get decapitated. Like, clearly guillotines. Guillotines have already been purchased everywhere, so like maybe you don't get to have like a robot rip your head off, but they decapitate the believers in the end. Why don't they decapitate all the flat earthers? And now I get it. Some of you live in fear and you think that we're all going to get rounded up in FEMA camps because we know the earth is flat and that 9/11 was fake. No, man, that's not what's going to happen, bro. Because if you are offered immortality, which of course you don't actually get immortality, dun dun dun. There's the news break for you guys. But if you're offered immortality and you don't know what's going to happen to you after you die, you're going to fall for it, and we all know it. If you're scared of being rounded up and taken to a FEMA camp because you're a truther, you fear death. And if you fear death, which I don't blame you, because if you're not right with the Father, of course you're going to fear death. Who doesn't fear death? When people say they don't fear death, but they're not right with the Creator, the one true Creator, I don't buy it. You're not fooling me, bro. I don't buy it at all. You do fear death. You fear death because you don't know what's going to happen to you when you're gone. And a lot of the people that say the simulation theory, obviously you fear death, right? Because you're just a computer simulation. What happens to you then? You're just wiped away. The algorithm wipes you away and replaces you. You're nothing. You fear death, bro. And whenever they promise you immortality and you're looking into the face of death and you basically have like what you consider morbidity and insured death and starvation, and then you have free money, immortality, no more illness, you're gonna fall for it, bro. You're gonna fall for it. So like in the end there will be plagues and they get progressively worse. Look, you may have not fallen for the remedial nonsense psychological operation that we've been put under this last year, but what happens when you really are really sick, bro? Huh? And like it's hard for you to move, and you're aching, and you're vomiting, and you start breaking out in sores, and you have this crazy illness that gets progressively worse, and then another wave comes, and then another wave comes. If you can even persevere through the first couple waves, right? What are you gonna do when everyone around you is really getting sick, and then everyone that goes and takes this this technological advancement, this medical advancement, but it's nothing to do with like the common modern world's pharmacy, right? Like it will be pharmacy, it will be sorcery, and it will be in the form of perceived medicine, but it won't be like anything you've seen right now. which is why it makes perfect sense that they're going to roll out these metaphysical entities to bring in the deception, because they'll be able to genuinely convince you that they have super advanced technology and they extend outside of time, that they've been here the entire time. And they've been waiting on us to get to the right place where they can reveal it. They may even say something like, they wiped us out the first time with a flood. This time they're trying to intervene and help us out. Maybe they'll say they didn't intervene last time, and that's why we wiped our own selves out. Whatever they say, it doesn't matter. Whenever you see someone that is actually sick, just like you're going to actually be sick, because the only thing that protects you against the plague is the seal of Yah. There is no, I took my aspirin, I drank enough clean distilled water, got out in the sun, grounded, and ate vegetables. That doesn't protect you from the actual illnesses. So many of us have seen through the pseudoscientific fairy tale of virology and modern science and pharmakia, but that does not save you in the end, bro. You still get sick. There's only one thing that protects you from the plagues, and that is the seal of Yah, the one true creator. And when you really get sick and you see someone else that was really sick, just like you're sick, but then they went and they took this new advancement in technology and now they're not sick, you're going to fall for it, bro. You're going to fall for it. You need to get right. Yahshua is the real Messiah, and Yahuwah is the real creator, is the real father. Abba, your father, he's your father. He made you in his image. So come on, bro. Like, get real. Get me with a blue wrench. I didn't mean to do that. I got you, bro. Just don't. I tell everyone this when I give them the wrench. Don't abuse the power. It fills me. But I'll give you a wrench. Add mod. Bang, bang. All right, so I'm just going to talk to y'all. Y'all got any questions, hit me up or want me to talk about anything. And then I'll read the donations at the end. So cool. $sign WitsitGetsIt on Cash App, Witsit at protonmail.com on PayPal, and I'll read the donations at the end. He's not a Jehovah's Witness. He just took the name and made a witty name. So at least I'm pretty sure. So yeah, if y'all got any questions or anything y'all want me to give my take, I will. But here's the deal, man. You're gonna have to be able to walk in the spirit. For one, to actually survive in what's coming, you're gonna have to be able to walk in the spirit, to be able to look into the face of immortality, as opposed to, pretty much what is perceived to be reassured death, like imminent death. And like, so this is the thing. I think we're all gonna be given that choice, right? And it's like, maybe a lot of us don't just die. I mean, I'm not saying us, as in I know I'm not the one that dies quickly, because there's 3 different groups. People get away, people get in prison, people die. And people get in prison ultimately die. So either, you're faced with, hey man, we're gonna chop your head off and your families, or hey man, take this little mark, bro. I get it. You're like, I'll never take the mark of the beast. That's what atheists say. Atheists say that too. So like, well, if someone ever came out and said we had to get some type of mark to buy or sell on our wrist and forehead, I would never do that. That's a cool story, bro. But you will when it comes with jubilees, and you get tons of gold and silver. You don't age anymore. They tell you that you won't die anymore because they've effectively reverse cell degradation. These metaphysical entities present themselves and tell you what all they know. And if you get deceived at times by humans, which we all have, bro, we all used to think the earth was a magic spinning cartoon ball that defied physics. Just about everyone did. Okay, if you can get deceived by humans, you think you can't get deceived by some metaphysical entity not confined to time or the carnal mind? Like, that's a cool story. What exotic beast do physicists hope to find? From an article on CERN called Hunting Season at the LHCC. Wow, bro. Well, the Large Hadron Collider is, of course, built over the ancient location of the city of Hades, but probably judge a coincidence. It's actually really inconvenient for them to do that, because it goes over it goes over 2 countries. Like, that really complicates litigation and stuff like that. Why would you do that? They wanted to make sure they got that location. They're trying to open a portal. And dude, we all know that that's what happens. The veil gets removed, man. We're in the time of the veil being removed. Think about how much truth is being revealed. Think about the sword that's happening right now. Like, think about the great divide that we're witnessing. Imagine whenever the veil really gets removed. Like, we're just now having it. Like, the phenomena of misremembering all kinds of things and mass confusion and of the Mandela effect. Like, the phenomenon is real, right? Like, The unfounded cause claims, I'm not big on that, but the phenomenon is real, and it's gonna get way worse, man. It's gonna be major confusion and deception. And if you're not, dude, if you're not right with Yah, they're gonna be able to cast such an effective spell on you. You will literally be brainwashed more than you could even imagine, and you will just march right in to ensured safety, peace, and prosperity, and then comes instant destruction. Warning to those who get away, Luke 17:33. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Boom. Someone else said it right after him. I am tempted, to be honest. Well, yeah, then if you're tempted with Austin coming up with an on the whim sales pitch, then you're definitely gonna fall for the great deception, man. Deception will be so great that if possible, even the very elect will be deceived, man. They're literally rolling out ways to scan your freaking right hand while you go into stores and purchase things. They've already got you to mark and identify yourself with a physical, with physical attire. Like physically identify yourself to buy and sell. They're scanning your wrist and forehead. I was doing a Facebook live stream earlier. I consider this to be confirmation that what I'm telling you is very true. Right as I said, they are conditioning us for the mark of the beast. I turned to my left and I saw someone standing like this with their hands to their side, getting scanned on their forehead, walking around aimlessly from my boy Forrest's house. It's happening. Get right with the Creator. Humble yourself. Like you want him to reveal himself. Like if you're my father, if you're the true Father in heaven, I want to know. I want you to reveal yourself. If Yahshua is the real Messiah and you're the real Creator, I want to know. I will live for you, and you have to mean everything that you're saying. I will sacrifice all of my fleshly desire for you. You have to get to where you walk in the Spirit, bro. Walk in the faith, bro. Can you just mom around the hood and not be scared as some little skinny white boy? Can you just like step up in the face of a cop and stand your ground because you're not scared and like actually pop back off on them? And can you walk up in a church and like rebuke them? Because if little skinny Austin can do all this, like you should be able to do it too. Like why is it that I'm able to do that? Why is it that I don't fear death? Why is it that people all around me keep trying to tell me, make sure you're careful, make sure you exercise caution, Austin, you're a TI, and not a remedial rapper that says the same stupid thing about cocaine over and over, but a targeted individual, right? Austin, be careful. Why is everyone else scared and I'm not scared? It's nothing to do with me, bro. I was so weak in my flesh, I couldn't even like rein in my sensual desire. So what changed, guys? What changed? I mean, what changed. You know what changed if you're being real. You can feel it if you're being real. You can feel the genuine nature of what I'm telling you. This is authentic. So yeah, obviously, like I'm on thin ice on this channel, so I don't rebuke them, I laugh in their face. Well, there are people there that need to be pulled out. Like not everyone there is like a 100% lost cause. So like that's why I read some of the comments. I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro. Like not right here, but like on the comments of my videos, I'm just like, bro, you don't get it. Like you don't understand. Like there are people that have to be pulled out. We're supposed to go out. We're supposed to go be warriors right now, bro. On the front lines, we're supposed to go out and be warriors. So there you go. Basically, you get it. In conclusion, is like be in the world but not of it. And if you do not walk by the flesh, then you will. I mean, if you do not walk by the Spirit, then you will live by the flesh, and you will fall into this rabbit hole of depravity that is coming around the corner in such a deceptively beautiful form on the surface that your carnal mind's gonna be able to figure it out, bro. They got most of the world they still haven't figured out they lied about the earth. Most of the world still hasn't figured that out, guys. Most people still think that they put a Tesla in space and that they just shot a rocket into a physics-defying medium. All right, let's check the donations. Yeah, you should check out 4 mac and peas. It has gravy. All right, cool. I'll check it out. In a world with the fires dying down. Hey, what's it? I'm just a dude from Transylvania, and I like your content. I just wanted to say you should check out Daniel Gregg's work. You would love his research. You can find it on torahtimes.org or Torah Times YouTube channel. Peace. Shout out for the free infomercial, man. But I already like the name, so I can't stamp it, of course. But yeah, I'll check it out, no doubt, man. Thank you very much for the donation, and good luck, bro. I always like to look into good info. My boy Michael, thank you for the donation. It's much appreciated. No message, but thank you very much, man. Much love. All right, let's go over here. Michael Line. Different Michael. For much love, brother. Thanks for the stream. Fire emoji. Thank you very much for the support, which you consistently show. Love via support, and it's much appreciated. It helps Tor go. Like we filled up the RV and on gas and propane and stuff like that today, and all the money you guys give me, it goes towards the tour. I promise. I don't. You guys know. But it goes to getting the word out there, and we're gonna keep going around the country because I know that's what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna lay out where we're going right now. We're finally getting out of Florida. We're gonna be out of Florida tomorrow, so we're heading up through Georgia. We're gonna go to the Georgia Guidestones. If anyone's in the area and wants to kick at the Georgia Guidestones, and maybe in a couple days, we'll probably just post up there. I know a couple people in the Atlanta area. So if anybody wants to meet up or do something, we can all go grab lunch. Maybe in Atlanta or something. Just shoot me an email at witsit@protonmail.com, and I'll kind of lay out a route and tentative dates pretty soon. Are you and Nathan still touring? No, man. Go to Glowbusters Activism, man, and then that's where I've been uploading content since I've been banned on this channel until yesterday. I just got this channel back yesterday, and I'm on thin ice on strike and blah blah blah. But yeah, Glowbusters Activism, and then you can find the stream. It's pretty self-evident. That kind of gives you context as to that question. Any thoughts on the Bible Mandela effect changes? Yeah, they just come with lack of understanding and research to tell the truth, because the Lion and the Lamb, the Wolf and the Lamb, those are two different verses. So honestly, just look at the Hebrew, man. The Bible's been changed a ton by men, not the Mandela effect. And like I said, the phenomenon of the Mandela effect is in fact real. But what is it? I don't know. I mean, the Babblers are messing with us, and could they put something into the etheric realm to mess with our minds and our memories? Certainly, we're not protected by the Spirit of Yah. Yeah, no doubt. I have never had a personal Mandela effect. I don't really watch much media, so there's not much I can say. Yeah, I'm not gonna read anything about bruh. Just to be honest, can't disagree with you though. All right, cool. Thanks for kicking it, guys. So overcome the fleshly desire. Like I said, you're not. If you are starting to cut, if you ever cut certain things out, you're just gonna get really worse with other sinful lusts of the flesh. So say you stop watching porn, you're gonna start drinking a lot. If you drink and watch porn and you stop watching porn, just in the flesh and the carnal mind, because you figured out scientifically that it literally corrodes your brain and it's terrible for you, which it definitely is. And it was a weapon that infiltrated like enemy troops back in the day to desensitize the enemy troops so that they would be more easily conquered. That's very real. The growlers don't just give you all kinds of free like pornographic material of people in the most vulnerable position ever for no reason. They know it desensitizes you, it makes you sterile, it makes you a zombie, it takes all of your male strength and power away, it makes you a little gamma male that walks around enabled and capable of doing anything of any real strength, certainly standing up for the more vulnerable like women and children, certainly in the end facing all kinds of crazy threat. But if you did this strictly out of carnal mind, then you're going to replace it, right? So what you need to replace it with is the spirit, and you can talk about it all day, but that doesn't mean that you really have the spirit. And people that do have the spirit can see through it, certainly when they're in person with you, and certainly when they decide to test your spirit. So you can see through anyone that claims it. And if you're trying to make these changes to like the lust of the flesh in a fleshly carnal mind way, then you're not going to be able to do it. So there you go. Thanks for a humbling and honest stream, Austin. I appreciate the sincerity. Yeah, of course. No problem. Much love. Thanks for the kind words. I thought I was on Global Activism. Didn't realize we were back on the main channel. Yeah, we're back. We're back, bro, for now. I did drink, quit their program, beer, sex. I quit long ago, 2016. Nice, bro. Yeah, like getting drunk, stupid, bro. So stupid. Doing drugs, stupid. Having sex with random people, stupid. And it doesn't really matter if they're random or not. You're supposed to have a wife. So, there you go. Stop watching pornography. It's stupid. It's really stupid. And it's an attack on you. And just stop. Just get right with the creator, though. Like I said, like if you try to make these changes purely out of the carnal mind, it's just like people that fast just so they can lose some weight. I'll be emailing you tomorrow, Austin. I need to find out your schedule. I'm in North Carolina. I would love to kick it. All right, cool, man. We're headed up that way, so hit me up. I'm just now realizing that. Oh, that we're on the main channel? Yeah. All right, guys. I love you guys. Understand that in order to face what is coming, and I'm not putting any like dates on anything, but I just know we're in the season of the end. Like, not only is it more than obvious and evident, like that was revealed to me a few years ago. So, you know, I'm going out swinging, man. And anyone that knows me knows that, like, as long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna be bringing the truth to people the most that I can. I encourage you to do the same thing. I encourage you to get right. I encourage you to put aside your carnal mind, even if you know, and really like people that have like higher processing capabilities, this is harder for them. Like it's harder for some astrophysicist to wake up to the earth, right? You know, because you know that you can dissect things very good. You can retain information very good. You have a high processing capability and processing speed or whatever. Even the IQ test was created by growlers to actually test for their specific blood type and their aptitudes, but that's a totally different tangent there. Just let it go, man. It doesn't know everything, man. You still haven't understood the scriptures. You're yet to fully understand the scriptures yet. Because all that happens is your carnal mind's like, oh, dang. Like, what's going on? Oh, the carnal mind's like, bro, wow, how did I not see that? Because you weren't interpreting it in the spirit. You're going to be able to overcome these fleshly desires without being in the spirit. So there you go. It is what it is. Get right. Overcome it. We're all growing. No one's perfect, but you have to truly grow. You have to be sincere. Just swallow your pride, bro. Stop thinking you know everything, bro. You don't know everything. All right, I love you guys. Seek and speak truth unequivocally. The weak find contentment in the consensus of ignorance. So when people ostracize you, just wear it as a badge of honor. And whenever they revile you for his name's sake, rejoice, for they did that to all the prophets before you. So I love you guys. I hate actually having to like go into some of my past life, but it's all good. Hopefully it helps someone else out. Hopefully it helped make the point. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. So, but it's not actually, you can't do it in your little physical body by itself. You can't. In fact, it's just going to make other things worse. You have to replace these things with something. And what you want to do is you want to replace them with the positive fruits that come via the Spirit that we went through in Galatians 5. I encourage you to read that. In fact, just pray and read the scriptures in general, and you're going to immediately start to grow. You're going to immediately start to have wisdom, discernment. You're going to start to read certain things that apply to what you need to apply discipline to. Yeah, it's that amazing. It's that amazing. Certain things are going to resonate with you super deep, and like, oh, that's what you needed to read right now, because that's what you need to work on right now. You don't get to decide what you let go in what order. He's actually going to start putting things on your heart, and you're going to have to either, swallow your pride and concede down everything and go fix it, or you're going to just go in this little vicious circle where you're actually going to have very serious problems in other areas. Like I said, if you start watching porn, if you drink and watch porn and you cut out watching porn because of some carnal reason, then you're going to start drinking and being a drunkard all the time, drinking all the time. So there you go. That's my example for you. I love you guys. I'm going to catch up with y'all tomorrow. I don't know what the stream's going to be about. I'm going to make we're waiting on info back on something tomorrow, which is going to help me with the dates, but I'm going to map it all out for you guys all the way up to, going up to Atlanta, then Georgia Guidestones area, Carolinas, East Tennessee, then heading west over to where I stay in West Tennessee, and then we're going to pop back up Northeast, going up. I have to get all my stuff out. I'm selling all of my furniture and everything that's in my house for next to nothing. I'm pretty much all in, guys. So all right, I love you guys. I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow, and wait for it. Yeah, I'll catch up with y'all. Don't know what the stream's going to be about, but it doesn't matter. Seek and speak truth unequivocally in the weak, find contentment, the existence of ignorance. Peace out.
That's for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Rappers acting say they high, say they simple pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up, had to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in the field. That's for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Took the way you saw the world, then distorted it. Now you think you wanna rock that twirl somewhere orbiting. Theories disproportionate, the truth distorted quick with a forceful grip. They force a misinfo that we absorbing quick. Took the people's signature to mean extorted it. They forging it if news ain't good informants who informing them. There's a surplus, but they tell us there are shortages. Credit economy mortgages, dollar that's supported with empty fortresses. But what's important is this: we port in ships important. Yes, of course it is, but extortion is in accordance with an assortment list of foreign tricks we ignoring, which informing this, informing this. It looked like we were snoring tricked. Pedophilia and the government endorsing it. Yeah, eugenics is exactly what abortion is. You just vilify those insubordinate. Way to matrix engineer, that's unfortunate. Geopolitically, we in a field. That's for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Rappers acting say they high, say they simple pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up just to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in a field. That's for Israel. Wonder, is it real?